So Pacific Mercantile started right after the war. Grandpa and Grandma were, since they had a store in Sacramento and that was taken away, they decided that that was their livelihood. And so where can they restart their business? And once they heard that Governor Carr, with open arms, said, welcome the Japanese Americans into his state, that did it. Grandpa said, we're moving to Colorado. And so from that, the minute that he stepped foot in Colorado, he contacted Governor Carr and said, this is what I would like to do. And Governor Carr right away said, that would be great. So that being said, my grandpa was so excited, and so they started all the paperwork and everything, and then Governor Carr said, what would the name of your store be? And Grandpa thought of, how about Nippon Market? Well, that's when Governor Carr stepped in and said, George, he says there's still the animosity between the Japanese and the Americans. I deter you from naming your market that, because you will not get anybody coming in. So think of another name. So Grandpa thought with Grandma and thought, they came from the Pacific Coast. So how about Pacific Mercantile Company? Oh, Governor Carr loved it. Said, okay, that's it. That's going to be the name of your market. And so Governor Carr really had, he's had carried, hand in hand, helping my grandpa step by step, with even carrying American goods. So from day one, he started carrying, toilet paper, paper towels, milk, staples that would bring in the Americans into his market also, not just the Japanese. So he carried, and I remember seeing pictures of having Tide, detergent back then. And then, of course, we remember the barrels of umeboshi and rakio, and and having the candy section on the right side behind the cash register and things like that. So, and having those wooden floors, and my dad had help with that, helped build those floors, and that's why there's just so much history with that. In the very beginning, there was so much work, but all in the end, here we are today, and 75 years, and hopefully 75 more years. We're planning on being here for a long time. Oh my gosh, I want to say so much to the community. Without you, without the community, we would not be here, And I'm knowing more and more that it's the customer service, that brings you back, and hearing people that are moving into the downtown area who have never been or heard about Pacific, and when they hear how long we've been here and what it's, these millennials, and they are so excited to have us here. And they said, oh, we'll be back, you know. And this one, he's 26, I believe, and he, you know, he came in and we treated him literally, he said, like family, which, you know, we try to treat everyone like that. We want to give that feel of being part of our family. And so he posted that, and he says, they made me feel like family from day one, and this is my home, he called it. And so that makes me feel good. And so thank you for, you know, we wouldn't be here without you, and we want to be here for another 75 years.